Good evening, everybody. Wanted to give you guys an update on my excitement today. As you know, in the Detroit area, it's been pretty warm lately, and got a little storm come through tonight. Nothing too bad over in my neck of the woods. Nothing, no branches or leaves blowing down the street like some of the areas. And power surges and flickers, goes out about 3 or 4 times, and you could hear a transformer surging throughout the neighborhood. So after about the fifth time of the power going out for a couple minutes at a time and hearing all the surge, and I went ahead and killed the main panel in the basement. I don't want it frying any of my electronics and fridges, freezers, stuff like that. So wasn't even that bad of a storm tonight, and DT craps the bed all over again. And it was kind of funny because I was just sitting there thinking, man, it wasn't but just, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, we were out for over half a day. And it was a beautiful, bright, sunny day, not warm. We didn't even have our air conditioner turned on for the summer yet. And just all of a sudden, the grid just falls flat on its face, like it's notorious for doing over in our area and plenty of other areas in the DTE service territory. So, running on generator power right now, but just wanted to share the experience of being a DTE customer. This is what we deal with here. And just so you know, I'm not BSing you. Here's my meters. They're pulled out. My generator's hooked up. I tie right into my meter cans. So I bypassed my AC meter because I sure am not paying them a kilowatt hour or multiple kilowatt hours to run my generator through that meter to power my AC. So I'm not giving these clowns a penny more than they're owed. If anything, they actually owe me quite a bit of money because they have never credited me back for all the opt-out fees or meter read fees when they give me estimated bills. I've got months of estimated bills that I paid the 1080 plus tax or 980 plus tax, whatever it is that they charge or steal, I should say, from the customers. So, I yank my meters and I go direct. And, if it's going to keep going like this, I'm not going to have much choice but to put in a transfer switch just so that if I'm not around, the girls can hook up the generator and have power if I'm not around, because you can't count on DTE to supply your power. You just can't count on them, anymore. If you're going to be a DTE customer, you might as well buy a generator that you can run your whole house off of like we have, because they don't put anything into the grid. The failure that we had a month ago, get this, how I said the power just went out. It felt like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just said a couple minutes ago. I looked it up, and we actually lost power a month to the day. The last time we had an outage here was June 2nd. No, that's Ernie. That's my pup. He's only 9 months old. Good guy. Okay. I'm trying to tell these people what's up. I know. Love you too. So, we month to the day. June 2nd, power went out for over half the day, and July 2nd, like clockwork, power out again. I looked at the outage map on my phone, and It's the exact same outage that we had the last time we were out. So in my neighborhood, there's 1,500 to 2,500 per their outage map. So I'm not just pulling numbers out of my rear end here. This is their app. These are DTE's numbers. So 1,500 to 2,500 houses are out of power, and it's the same exact outage map, like the whole area. How the shape of it is the exact same as it was a month ago when the power went out. I thought they would have fixed this. I thought you were supposed to learn from your mistakes, fix problems as they arise, and don't make the same mistake twice. I thought this was like common sense with just being human and going through life. You find a problem, you fix the problem, you learn from the problem, you don't have the same problem again. Unless some knucklehead hits it with his truck because he's drunk or something retarded like that. So same thing, month to the day, like clockwork, same outage. They don't learn. This is the monopoly that we have in the Detroit area. We don't have a choice. We are stuck with these scumbags for a power company. So not only did I get to work all day in 90 plus degree weather, humid as hell, I'm trying to chill out and wind down for the night. And here comes DTE to make sure I get a little less sleep, because I can't sleep when it's 80 and 90 degrees in the house. I can't do it. I'll be up all night, and I get up really early in the morning. I'm usually up by 5:30 in the morning. So not sleeping is not really an option for me. So yeah, I had to suck it up, go out there in the rain, dig out the generator out of the garage, haul it around to the back, hook it up in the rain, all because DTE doesn't correct problems. But they'll spend a fortune to put these moronic meters that nobody wanted on your house, pulsing radiation that you can't turn off, charging you extra money for if you do want it turned off. That's what they spent their money on, so they could fire, a handful of meter readers. Wow. Genius. So you bought a bunch of meters and jammed them up everyone's rear ends that nobody wanted. You spent all that money and you didn't put in new poles. You didn't put in any new lines. You didn't put up any new transformers. The substation around the corner from my house, they're always working on. There's always something wrong going on over there. They don't put any money into that. That is not a priority to DTE. Well, without all that infrastructure being done, how are you going to make these things count to collect your dollars? Like I said before, it's like putting $5,000 rims on a $500 car. This is the geniuses that are allowed to operate a monopoly in high temperatures like this and freezing cold temperatures like we have also in Michigan. When is something going to be done with this company? When will this monopoly be broken up? And I'm not the only clown on Twitter tonight teeing off on DTE or on YouTube. I might be the only one on YouTube teeing off on DTE, but yeah, it's very frustrating when something is corrupt. You've got a ton of evidence that it's corrupt, and everybody knows it's corrupt. And they've got your public officials, your government, your state government agencies in their pocket to where they don't do anything about it. What has to happen before this monopoly, this DTE scumbag, thug, pile of dog crap monopoly, when does it get broken up? When do these assholes get served? This is my question. How do we make it happen is another question. Just some things to think about. And sorry for my appearance. If I look a little rougher, I'm completely soaking wet. But I knew once I took a shower, I wouldn't be as amped up as I am right now to just put out a little video to everybody and just, give you that feeling of what it's like being a DTE energy customer. This is it. If you know what, if you know how to do anything and you have your own generator, or, I don't plan on living here forever, so I'm not going to invest in a standby generator like my neighbor does. But every time the power goes out here, his kicks on, and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to lug this monstrosity to the backyard and waste time hooking it up. Boy, that's such an effort. But being able to sleep and being able to get on YouTube to bash the power company, I guess has its rewards as well. So, yeah, a day in the life of a DTE customer. Yeah, that's where we're at. So, with that, I guess I will try to wrap this up, and we'll see how long before the power comes back on. But I've got enough gas to roll through the night. I really don't feel like jumping back on the grid, even if it does come back on. I want to take a shower and call it a night and get up in about 5 hours or less to get up and get back to that rat race tomorrow and try to not rip my hand open again. Yeah, I did a pretty good number on myself today at work. Probably should have got stitches, but I taped it up pretty good and got it cleaned out. So I don't have time to go to the clinic. So I do dumb stuff like that just so I can keep making money, so I can pay my high-ass DTE bill and get overcharged and charged for services that I don't have, that I don't reap the benefit of, like estimated bills and meter reads and everything else. So, yeah, you just keep on moving on. That's all you got to do. So that's what's happening in DTE world. Welcome to being a DTE customer. Bring your own generator. I think they should make that an ad campaign. Yeah, at least it's honest. It's not what people would want to hear, but at least it's honest. And if they did that, I guess I could at least give them props for honesty. Honesty goes a long way with me. Hey, we're screwed up. We get it. We're sorry. We're working on it. Okay. At least you have identified the problem and you've addressed it. They don't even have that much of a conscience. Oh no, everything they do is perfect and hunky dory and all on the up and up. That was you, me, or the guy or lady next to us doing crap like that, they'd throw us under a jail somewhere. Ridiculous. So with that, I am going to sign out for the night, and hopefully everybody has got their power and in much better shape than me right now. So have a good night and see you on the next one. Stop the DT monopoly. I'm out.